All right. So we just kind of had a little bit of touch base on Cardi and Stefan and what my hypervigilance can take, right? So in the spirit of having the conversation in this way and making sure that it's understood, that there's no way for me to be absolutely correct in any kind of perspective that I give. It's just my perspective, right? It's just my opinion, my thoughts. And I want to be sure that it's framed appropriately. Like, so with that being said, my hypervigilance can't take a lot of things. And one of those things would include Clarissa and Pap's dynamic. My hypervigilance can't take that. So I tell y'all all the time, I'm from the town, right? Like, so as a person, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, for real, for real. And I think, I'm gonna double check that. I think that Pap from Bed-Stuy. I think he's from Bed-Stuy. He's either from Bed-Stuy or East New York. And all I'm saying is that if he's from either one of them places, it doesn't matter. Like, you shouldn't be playing with bro. Like, I don't think that Clarissa really understands. And I feel for her because, and I want to be fair to her. So there was this whole thing that happened with the Breakfast Club joint.
You know, that was a, for press and media, it was a hard time because we know y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
no, but y'all know us, but sometimes people pretend like they don't know us. That's what get on my nerves.
I think for most people, it's like, what happened? Like,
I mean, like I said, y'all was there every step of the way. Y'all was there when I was riding up there to the prison. Y'all seen me fighting court officers getting thrown out of the courtroom. It was in the newspapers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen everything. How can I come to y'all and say something didn't happen? Y'all got to stop, man. Like, come on. So that's.
I think during that time, I know for myself, I just wanted y'all to fix it because I've known y'all so long, and not fix the relationship, just the friendship, the parenting, just fix that part. That was the most important thing, right?
That takes time. Like, it's a divorce. It's not something that just happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? But people's life don't stop because of that. You know what I mean? It's papers, it's time, it's all this stuff that gotta happen. But at the end of the day, we move forward with our lives. Like,
like I said, I wish her the best.
For sure.
We got some great, amazing things going on. And like I said, this is my best friend right here, man. We living our life.
We've been together over a year and a half now. It'll be 2 years next year in September. We at the end of the year. Some of this stuff is just so old. You know, it's so old to talk about, to bring up, to keep harping on it. It's like they're separated. She got somebody too. Like, don't act like you're just over here. Like, she's happy, we're happy, and that's it.
Papoose, like, to your point, and Champ, I know you mentioned, like, it's old, but I think the reason why people bring it back up is because we saw so much and we knew you, and then when everything happened, there's claims of, like, you cheating and, like, all these things. And we're
but that's what I'm saying. So, like, if it's a new artist, I get it. We don't know him. All these years incarcerated, that shit never been on my name ever.
You can't just ask.
Y'all was out here with me. I was coming to the old studio.
I'm gonna tell you something. That is a good point that Pat making, because
come on,
all them years she was incarcerated, we never heard of Pat. We ain't never seen Pat out in the street. Nothing.
All of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, an asteroid hit. Like, come on, man.
So that didn't happen because she said she had, like, got into it with somebody over some allegations, and
like I said, man, I wish her the best, man. Me speaking about that, it goes into like a whole, and I ain't here to do that. You know what I mean?
Somebody said, you know, that was a.
And niggas gave her hell, like, yo, why you jumping up? Why you answering questions? Why you doing all of this other stuff, right? Pat, you know, he's having a conversation, and of course, like, Clarissa, I don't think she's comfortable with the idea that Rem and Pat is a brand. They are a Black love brand. And even in the midst of them going through a divorce with all of these different things, there's people that's rooting for them to stay together. This is just how this goes, right? I'm not agreeing. I don't think that one thing is right or wrong or anything like that. But what I will say is, I don't know if jumping into this dynamic with him is the best idea, right? So not different than how I would have a conversation with anybody else that I'm cool with. I would have the same conversation with her. Like, listen, bro, like, I'm not saying that boy is playing with you. But what I will say is that it's highly unlikely. There is statistical significance in the reality that somebody that's been in a long-term relationship that falls apart, right? Who was not the person that initially signed or initiated the divorce or what have you, like, where the divorce paper wasn't signed until the other partner was on the internet beefing and all that other stuff, and you know, it was all of this exploitation and throwing mud, like literally like a breakup fight. It's not likely that that person is ready to go from that situation to marriage or another situation with somebody else, right? I think it's important to recognize that you got to at least give him space to heal. And I will also say, this is just, again, my personal thing. I do not trust people that are significantly older pursuing younger partners. It's just full stop. There is no part of me that believes that you're not being exploited to some extent or another. And if you're not being exploited because that person is just more experienced or more cognitively developed than you are, there is also a reality that that person is just immature, and at some point you will outgrow them anyway, which is not a good sign regardless, right? Like there's gonna be some mismatch that happens there, because if that person is 40 and still acts like they're in their 20s or their 30s, there's something going on there, right? And I'm not talking about just being playful or being cool or young or spirited or anything like that. I'm talking about like if your mentality is still the same, because at this point, I'm not the same person I was in 2020 over the course of 5 years. And even inside of the same decade, I'm like, yo, I've changed a lot. I've grown a lot. So when you deal with people that 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, like when you start throwing numbers, like you talk about a decade, I'm not jacking that at all. I 1000% feel like that's exploitation. There is also this thing where like Pat routinely calls her, yo, this is my best friend, right? And I'm like, this motherfucker here, like, bro is good, right? Like, bro is good because he's using the type of terms that would be appreciated when you don't know any better, right? I'm not discounting, denying, or invalidating any kind of feelings of value in that circumstance or that situation, but when Rem made the claim like bro is using her,
I am not holding nobody. Listen, I am not holding anybody. I'm not that girl. I'm not the girl that's gonna hang on to somebody that doesn't want to be held on to. I'm not the girl that's gonna wait while you trying to finish whatever you doing. But that ain't me. That would never be me. I'm out. I'm out. I've told Papoose. I told them, why don't you tell this stuff? Why don't you tell your current come up? Because that's what it is. Tell your current come up. Don't say nothing about me. Maybe not even say nothing about you until
we move forward with our lives. Like
I wish her the best.
For sure.
We got some great, amazing things going on. And like I said, this is my best friend right here, man. We live in
that best friend thing would have me like, ugh, I don't know. Like he keeps saying like, yeah, this is my best friend, not my best friend, my best friend. So then it was this whole thing with the Christmas thing. So.
You really didn't have to give me nothing from Louis, for real. I don't know why you did that, but you didn't have to. You didn't have to give me nothing from Louis, but I appreciate you. I wonder what this is. This box big as ever, too. Lord. I don't even say nothing. This a purse? Lord have mercy. Don't tell me you ain't got a big, gigantic purse. It's like a book bag or something. Mind you, I don't have no Louis. What the? This is nice.
Bricks.
Whoa.
White bricks. Okay.
Wow.
tradition.
The gym bag?
Well, it's a duffel. So when you travel,
Fuck that. I'm taking this motherfucker to the gym.
you
I'm
can.
putting gym clothes in here. I'm about to go to the gym Lou bag. She rich for real. Yeah, I come to the gym Lou bag. Pat got it for him for Christmas. That's thank you, baby. That's so cute. Thank you. Okay, and then it's one more. This a nice bag, yo. You do not have to do that. I love it.
Traditional Louis, right?
Thank you. You didn't have to do that, baby. Now this big thing right here, I don't know what you did with this, but this box is big and it's heavy. Let's see what this is. Or other way. Oh. What the fuck? Nigga, this what? Nah, bro. You ain't have to do that, bro. You ain't have to do that. Wow. What?
And it matches the whole thing.
The whole thing. Oh, I can bag to the airport on their asses. What? They get customized. Ain't we to Miami, boy? Wow.
There you go.
A suitcase? How much? You really didn't have to give me nothing.
Right now, the fans are kind of taking or watching Claressa go back and forth with like people in comment sections because she was in the Louis Vuitton store and she was buying stuff, and then they saying that like apparently she was doing that because she trying to flex on Remy because she's still stalking Remy page, and apparently like Pat didn't spend Christmas with her. He was with his mom and his family. She responded in all these messages. I would pop them in. And again, like, yo, my hypervigilance can't take that. My hypervigilance, like, not at this age. Like, and I think what's important about that, too, is, if I'm understanding this correctly, like, Claressa also been through a lot, right? Like, she also grew up, like, in a family, like, that's dysfunctional or disjointed, if you will, and may not have grown up in a space where love was culminated often, right? Where embrace and being good enough was always present. I think another important part, I think she's really, really trying to find her way as far as her aesthetic is concerned. And of course, somebody like Remy, they're both deep complected women and that sort of thing. And Remy is bad, right? Like, so wanting to like achieve that and wanting to be recognized in that way, it's like, I get it, right? Because people like Remy. People enjoy Remy. Remy's always running around, she's smiling, and even with all of her imperfections, right? Even with her doing the bid and everything else, like, people root for her, they were excited for her. But with Claressa, I don't know if she feels the same warmth that she perceives that Remy is constantly getting. And I think that is a big motivating factor in how and why she shows up the way that she does. And I don't think that the world is really kind to her either, right? We see this all the time. Like, people don't want to talk about like the reality of colorism and that sort of thing, but there is a reality around it, right? Like, Dolce just dropped a song where she's talking about, y'all mad that the it girl is black. You know, Meg makes comments about her being deeper complected and people having less mercy on her because, you know, it's like, if she darker, she bigger, so what? And it's not different even with the Williams sisters, right? Like, there's this whole conversation about the fact that they both married, you know, light brights. And I'm like, y'all sit up and y'all call these women everything but a child of God and beautiful. And then y'all are mad, right? Like, we see Olandria, same thing. She got her Nick. And I say that because there is a reality around the fact that life, walking that road of just being darker skinned is harder, bro. Where when you're a man, it's fine to an extent. And even, I can't even say that they get it as easy because comparatively, like, they end up having to be some version of an exotic creature to be appreciated in all of their glory. And they can't just exist as regular people. And so I feel for Claressa in the sense that she is walking that road. And I'm not totally convinced that she believes in her own personal aesthetic because, I mean this with love, I don't think that you feel, this is me projecting. You can't just tell me that I'm spending my life getting punched in the face and I think that I'm like, and I believe in my physique. Like, nah, you can't just beat me up. Like, I'm not doing none of that. Like, because even if you're a great fighter, you're gonna get punched in your face way too often, right? I've done way too much reading on traumatic brain injury for me to act like this is regular. People making that joke too, right? Like, yo, I think she, and I'm like, nah, I think that her psyche, her psychopathology is still sat in her pre-adolescent, adolescent years because she had a tough life. And so while I want to be open-minded, open-hearted, and that sort of thing, I gotta call a spade a spade. Like, I really do feel like Pap is kind of inadvertently exploiting the vulnerability, right? Like, I don't think that, especially based on where he from, like, if he from the style, he from East New York, anything like that, he's definitely not the worst nigga you gonna get out of that batch. I promise you that. He's not the grimiest nigga you gonna meet out of that. And compared to what he might know and might recognize, he might really feel like, yo, I'm a good guy, I'm a better guy, and all this other stuff, which is something that he talks about all the time. He's like, yo, y'all seen me, I was running behind Rem, I was this, I was that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I also seen you at the spot spending mad bread, but, you know, I only saw one of the partners outside working all the time. And so, you know, like, there was this whole thing, like, where poor Claressa, she in the Louis Vuitton store, and then Pat gifted her Louis Vuitton, and niggas was clowning her, bro. And I feel for her, because she just want the embrace, and I don't think that that's wrong. I don't think she's wrong for being upset that, you know, Rem and Pat like come up as a unit continuously, repeatedly, recurringly. Like, nobody talks about the fact that Rem was with somebody else and all this other stuff, but there's a lot of questions. I also think that Pat, you know, I'm sure, not saying I'm sure, my hypervigilance would allow me to believe that he wasn't as stand-up as he said he was. I believe that he's very intentional about their image, and he presents very well, and he's articulate enough in all of these things for it to be believable, right? I know Charlamagne had made a comment. He was like, you know, I gotta agree, like, none of this came out until it was a divorce. Yeah, like, a lot of people is going through stuff that you don't hear about until they get divorced. Most of us is not telling our business until we breaking up with somebody. This regular, right? Like, that wasn't a eureka moment. That's normal breakup shit. So, you know, it's something. It's definitely something. But I will say, my hypervigilance ain't doing that, and I wish her nothing but the best. And there was a gentleman that made his commentary. I'm gonna pop that in.
Shields, when I say you don't have a good mentor around you, this is what I mean. Who thought it was a good idea for you to go in the Louis Vuitton store thinking that you were stunting on people when you in there looking mad, you in there looking disgruntled? And why? Because somebody else's man is not with you on the holidays. Like, this here video should have been you with a single guy that you engage with, him taking you to the Louis Vuitton store, and him spending his money on you. That is not a flex. You taking $20,000 of your own money to go into the Louis Vuitton store and buy yourself a Christmas present when you're around the internet parading with somebody else's husband saying, your man, your man, your man. It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. You're really making yourself look like a pick-me. You're making yourself look like a fool if nobody else is going to tell you that, man. Get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think.
I agree with him, right? I don't think that she got enough people around her that is building her up as an individual to make her psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and even financially strong, right? So hopefully, you know, she find her way. I hope she not doing too much masking, because, you know, that happens with PTSD and things like that, or complex PTSD. Like, people dissociate and start to create, you know, different versions of themselves so that they can distance from things that hurt them, pain them, and what have you. And I think that that's what we seeing a lot with her, where she kind of says one thing, but she be lying. Like, that's what, you know, she be pump faking, talking about, this my real head. I'm like, come on, sis, we know what's going on. It's okay, bro. Like, okay. But you know what? All in all, I'm still rooting for her. And I do hope that she feels the love that she yearns. I really do. Because I think we all deserve that. Fair? But tell me what y'all think. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.